Here in San Francisco, California, we have blue skies, warm temperatures, absolutely beautiful summer morning. Just amazing. No rain in the forecast. Ways to make tackling climate change your top priority in 2022. Use less plastic. No one-use bags or coffee cups made of plastic, or plastic stirring devices which get caught in animals' throats and kill them because of they can't degrade or anything. What you wear, sustainable fashion. Now that's a hard one, but fashion clothing is becoming one of the worst pollution problems in the world because they're all made from plastic or some kind of artificial materials. Try and buy cotton whenever you can. The fashion industry is responsible, according to a new study, for 20% of water pollution on the planet, and it's getting worse. Stop food waste. 1/3 of all human consumption goes to waste. And of course the big one, adapt a plant-based diet. No meat. This is a big one. The problem with the meat is raising it. The grazing areas are once wild and now are full of cattle, eating everything right down to the ground. Then the rains come and wash the topsoil away, over and over and over. Here's a good one. If you live on private land, or if you know a place where you could plant a native tree, a fully grown tree absorbs 48 pounds of CO2 per year. Now I know there's a lot of misinformation out there saying that trees actually contribute to CO2, but they drink up far more than they put out. See, trees use CO2 to grow, so they have to use CO2. Stop using hardwood flooring out from the jungles and the forests in the tropical woodlands. That right there, hardwood flooring, is accounting for a huge quantity of trees being cut down. Join forces to combat climate change, such as here online. Subscribe to this channel or Environmental Coffee House or any of the other environmental videos that you see. Show that you support them by giving them likes and subscribing and leaving comments that could help others. Boy, the trees are really blossoming this year. Lots of flowers. Buy local produce. Try and buy all your food from local sources. Farmers market usually has local food. And definitely another big one is drive less. Try and transport yourself through different means such as bicycle, scooter, walking, or riding a bike. Another good way to help your footprint is by living in a multi-story building with multi-units on top of each other. That way your footprint is very small. Your living footprint doesn't take up acres of land. These all can help. And continuously study what you can do to help the planet. Now I had a commenter come on one of my videos, and they said that they didn't understand why CO2 is a big deal. Plants need CO2 and so on and so forth. Yes, they do. The CO2 is anything above 360 and above causes high temperatures and global warming. Anything from 360 down causes global cooling, especially when it gets down into the 200s. You can get a lot of ice and cold and wind and snow if it gets too low. But we don't have to worry about that in our lifetime. CO2 is going to continue to rise even after we're dead, or even after we do something about it, if we do something about it. Right now, politicians around the world are concentrating on trying to avoid war with Russia. That would be deadly for everyone because of the threat of nuclear war. Every one of us can get on message boards and tell why we should not go to war. Get people on board with that to stop war. And the last but biggest way we can avoid having a big footprint is avoid having children. Adopt children instead of birthing them. Birthing a child is a lot more work than just adopting one. Try adoption. It can't hurt. And then if you don't like adoption, you can always birth a baby afterward. Try and keep it for one child adoption and one child birthing if you must birth. I come from a family of 4 adopted children, and we all grew up fantastic. We all had a good life and we have good parents. So you can have both. We can have less children but still have children in the home. It's such a beautiful morning. I think I'm gonna head off over that way, take some video of flowers and things. Springtime is early this year, but it's certainly drying out quickly. The ground is rock hard once again because it only rained once in November. It only rained in November and a little bit in December, and that was it here in California. So my last video, I forgot to push the record button on the last part of the video, so we didn't get it. That's why it abruptly ended. But today I can see the record button is pushed and things are working. I definitely do appreciate all your guys' comments, your ups, the downs, the new subscribers. Do whatever you can to keep your footprint low. And until next time.